Hey everyone, it's Presley at ActOutGames.com here, and today we're going to be talking about our experiences in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, Salt Lake City Comic Con.
Yeah.
Or Salt Lake Comic Con. I keep calling it Salt Lake City Comic Con, but it's really just Salt Lake Comic Con.
I thought it was Salt Lake City Comic Con.
Yeah, Salt Lake Comic Con.
I thought it was SLCCC.
SLCC.
Oh.
So yeah, let's just do a quick recap. So same thing, like we try when we're at a con and doing sort of videos and blogging at the con to kind of show you all the things that you can do at a con. Because we like to do a little bit of everything at the cons. It's one of our favorite things to kind of spread it out a little bit. We don't just do one thing, and so we want to make sure you guys can understand. And then I was thinking too, when we did the photo shoot, I kind of said in the video, I don't know, did I say it in your video or did I say it in my video that I never posted? But like, the photo shoots are a really big part of the con for Presley, and we really love them. You get together with cosplayers of the same fandom, but a lot of people don't know about them. They're not hugely publicized. Like you can find them if you go to the webpage or the schedule, or sometimes the Facebook page has them listed and stuff.
I think maybe Wasabi had these big posters that said,
yeah,
like,
one of them had, yeah, that's right. One of the cons we go to had posters. But like a lot of times we'll be walking around and we'll see another Doctor Who cosplayer. We'll be like, oh, hey, are you going to the Doctor Who photo shoot? And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? So a lot of people don't even know about them. So that's definitely sort of an insider tip or like a pro tip for going to the cons. Like find out where the photo shoots are, because you'll meet a lot of other people in the same fandom and have a lot of really cool conversations, right? Yeah. I think that's really good. So that's just a tip. But the other tip that I've got is that so Presley was on 2 panels. She got her little name cards for being on the Harry Potter and Doctor Who panels.
Yes.
And
well, it was not the only Harry. I think it was.
A Harry Potter and a Doctor Who panel.
Thank you.
The other tip I wanted to give you is like almost every con that we go to, like they accept public submissions for panels. So that's how they run panels, is before the con starts. People send in an email and say, hey, I would like to run a panel on this topic, and here's how I'm qualified to do that. And so if you want to engage and participate and be on the panels, like that's your process. Like 6 months before the con or however long before the con, they'll open up the opportunity to submit panels you think should be done and that you'd like to be on, and why you'd like to be on them and why they should pick you. So you can add being on panels to what you want to do as well, in addition to going and viewing the panels. The feminism and marketing thing I think was a really great panel that we watched, and then the panels that Presley were on. That's a really good way to experience it too. Yeah. So those are my tips. Find out where the photo shoots are, and if you're really interested and you're really big into a fandom and you feel like you know sort of a lot and have something to contribute to it, then try and get on a panel. Yeah. Right? Yeah. All right, so let's talk about Salt Lake City Comic Con real quick.
I have a tip that's just kind of a general tip for anything.
Yep. Get books. Yeah, so that's one of the, definitely, Expo Hall. All right, so I've got 3 different Expo Hall things here. We love the Expo Hall because it's a place where you can get things you don't really find anywhere else. There's usually authors at the cons, and sometimes they're huge authors and sometimes they're smaller, like local traveling authors. We interviewed a girl at one of our cons that like lives in her van with her family and drives around and goes to cons and sells her books, and that's how she makes a living. And then these guys are doing a little better than that, and certainly. And then Timothy Zahn we interviewed once at one of the cons. Like you meet people like that.
There, but we didn't get a chance.
Yeah, we didn't see him. That's interesting. Yeah, that's a good point. But so always talk to the authors, talk to them about what you like, and they'll tell you about their books and whether their books are a good fit for you. And as soon as these guys started describing their books, we were like, Presley's like, I gotta have that. Like, that's totally right. Steampunk dragons? Yes, please. Please. And so they both, these guys were both on the Harry Potter panel with Presley, and they both were nice enough to sign some books for her and give her signed copies of their books. And Presley's about halfway through the Mysteries of the Cove already. Mystery of Cove. Mystery of Cove.
The Fires of Invention.
And loving it.
Yes.
And then she'll probably read the Afterlife Academy next. So the other thing you'll find is little things like the Tentakitty here. And so that's like a comic book series or a web comic, and then they've got these little things, and they show up at a lot of the cons, and it's a good way. Like that was a con exclusive color of the little, or the con premiere of the little Tentakitty. So you can find. No, it wasn't the con premiere of the little one, but it was the color of this little one. So you can find really cool things like that. The other thing we found, and we talked about a little bit, was this Japanese card game. So this guy did like some really detailed semantic analysis of the Japanese language and color-coded cards, and came up with a game that you could play to teach you Japanese, and you understand how the grammar works by playing that. And like this, we probably walked by this booth like 4 times before we noticed it. So like walk around and just pay attention to what's going on, because there's tons of things there, okay? Yeah. So Salt Lake City was awesome with that. The badge, I just wanted to say, Salt Lake City used these little RFID bracelets this year, so you would scan in and out with the bracelets, and so you didn't need a badge, but they included badges. You still got a badge. You never had to wear it. You didn't need it to get into the con, but they still had badges, and I think that's awesome. I love Salt Lake City Comic Con just for that, because we collect these badges.
And we hang them on my badge.
And so we've been to places where you just get the wristband and a little paper wristband, and that's it. And I hated that. This is awesome. We'll show a picture of Presley's badge tree here with all the badges hanging on it. So we collect these. So thank you, Salt Lake City, for including badges. She had to wear her special guest badge. That's how it indicated that she was on a panel and stuff. But other than that, she didn't need to. Last, celebrities. Presley loves to meet the celebs. Get some pictures taken, get some autographs. We got Felicia Day, John Barrowman, and Souffle Girl.
Souffle Girl.
Jenna Coleman.
Yeah.
And so you wait in the lines, you get a couple of seconds to talk to them, and you get your picture taken, and those will all go on Presley's wall. So like panels, expo hall, meeting celebrities, meeting other cosplayers, going to the photo shoots. Like there's a ton of stuff. And like I will just say from my side, Salt Lake City did it all really well.
Yes.
The celebrity photo shoots were a little chaotic at first, but once we got the hang of it, I think we were doing pretty good.
Yeah, John Barrowman was the most chaotic because there were people waiting.
Lots
There
of people.
were two really big photo shoots. There was John Barrowman, and then there was Captain America. Chris Evans and someone else.
Yeah,
there was a doubles shoot.
Yeah.
And they were both trying to get in at the same time.
They're at the same time, so there was chaos there.
And they had super long lines for both of them.
But other than that, for as many people as they had at Salt Lake City Comic Con, it never felt like crazy crowded, like there were big crowds, but we got to do everything we wanted to do. We talked to the people we wanted to talk to. We went to the booths and shopped where we wanted to shop. Like it wasn't like so packed you couldn't get things done, which is impressive for over 100,000 or over 120,000 people. So it's a really remarkable con. We can't wait to come back next year, I think, right? I'm excited about it. I thought they did a great job. And maybe, like I don't think they've published the official numbers yet, but and New York Comic Con's this coming weekend, I think. So after both of them publish their numbers, it's possible that this will be bigger than New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
It'll be the #2 con in the country.
And honestly, it's a really great con that's run really, really well. And what one of the people that run Salt Lake Comic Con did is they came over to Denver.
Yeah.
And they looked at Denver and saw what they were doing and like kind of was thinking what they were doing that maybe wouldn't have been the best to do and what they were doing that would have been really good.
Like having women on your Women in Comics panel?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's not as bad as it sounds, but it was still pretty bad. Yeah, so, yeah, I agree. Like, obviously, they travel around. They go to other cons. They see what works and what doesn't. They make changes. They adapt. They did a great job. I was really, really impressed with Salt Lake Comic Con. We're definitely going back next year. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Cool. So, that's it. It's a longer video than I wanted it to be. But it's a good wrap-up. It's a bunch of our swag, stuff we brought home, how we got it. If you're going to a con, check these things out. Make sure you look for those things. So there's a couple of tips. And we'll keep going and we'll keep shooting. And if there's something at a con that you want to know more about, let us know and we'll check it out and do some coverage for you. Cool?
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!
Bye, guys.